it going, everybody? It's Charlie again from the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing as okay as they can be. It's another hammering, it's another embarrassing performance from Leeds United as we fall to a 4-0 defeat at home to Tottenham earlier on today. I didn't want to do this reaction as soon as I got home from the game because I wanted to try and process what could happen now, what should happen now, and I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of this situation now. Obviously we'll get on to the main thing that's come out since the game's finished in a little bit. But just before we get into this, guys, please smash that like button, subscribe if you're brand new, and hit me up in the comment section down below with all your thoughts and opinions. So Leeds 0, Tottenham 4. Did Spurs really get out of second gear? No. I thought, again, we were okay for the first 5-10 minutes, but we still find ourselves 2-0 down inside 15 minutes. And you've just got to ask yourself, like, how does this keep happening? It's getting beyond a joke now. You know, the first goal from them is just a counter-attacking goal. Sessegnon plays a good ball in, and Matt Doherty of all players, in at the back post, and he slots it in, and it's 1-0. But the second goal from Kulusevski, we just stood off him and just let him run through us. Run round on the edge at box, picks a shot out, have a go, son, have a go. And it's 2-0. And it's just like, come on, Leeds. The South Stand was getting a bit, well, I say a bit, very frustrated, very annoyed. Some of the language I was hearing was quite something, but I can understand it. There's a lot of frustrated fans now. Yeah, you know, people say, oh, you know, the atmosphere and the crowd need to get behind them. Yeah, I agree that the crowd should get behind them, which we did for a bit of the game, but then at 2-0 down, Ellen Road just went quiet, and the third goal as well, like Harry Kane's goal. There are 4 people in defence but are not defending. It's so easy, ball over the top. Llorente just watches it and just goes, all right, Harry, yeah, it's all right. You have time to bring ball down and slot it home, yeah. Whether it was an injury or that he got dropped out of the Liverpool game, but Llorente came back in today and was shocking once again. They were all shocking, every single one of them, all really bad today. Rafinha just don't look like he's bothered at the minute. He tried in bits, but his head just don't look in it for me. I might be totally wrong, but I'm just going off what I see in front of me. He just didn't look right again today. Some of the passes we were doing were just shocking balls. I remember one in first half where Ayling tried playing it into Forshaw, who was marked. He was marked. And he looked up, saw he was marked, and still tried to play the ball. I would much rather pass it back to a centre-back and just keep hold of the ball rather than doing risky stuff like that in Middle Park. I thought Forshaw, when he first came back into this side a few months back, he looked great, he looked fresh. He's starting to underperform at the minute. I'm not singling him out because it's the same for all of them. Jack Harrison, again, lost his first battle up against Matt Doherty, and then every time he got the ball on that wing, he just dithered on the ball, hesitated for too long, and he'd either pass it back, he'd give ball away, or he'd put a shocking ball into the box. It's just, I just don't understand how we got beat 6-0 by Liverpool on Wednesday. coming up against a Tottenham team that, yeah, they did lose out against Burnley on Wednesday, but that should have made us realise that they'll have been well up for this game, which they were. You could tell they were. And he didn't adapt, he didn't change tactics. Now, everyone thought pre-game when we saw lineups that playing Forshaw and Stuart Dallas in middle was a good thing, a bit more defensive-minded in there. I'll be honest, I thought it as well. But then within a few minutes, it changes to a back three of Ayling, Struijk and Llorente, with Dallas moving to right wing back. And you just never know where Dallas is playing. You know, like James was meant to be up top, but in the first half he spent more time out on wing. There was nothing through the middle. There was no one in the box. And on the other occasion that Leeds did have an attack and get a ball into the box, there was no one there. Nobody there. Gaping holes in the midfield again. Heung-min Son was able to just pick the ball up from deep and just sprint right through us. Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane, by the way, what a moaner he is. Every time he got touched, they were on the floor like a sack of potatoes. Proper. I didn't realise that he was that much of a moaner. Really annoyed me today. The ref was crap as well. I'm not saying any of his decisions had gone our way and Leeds had gone on and won the game or whatever. I ain't saying that, but the ref was shocking again today. Click came on, he made one foul and he booked him instantly, whereas there were some of their players that were fouling left, right and centre and it took them a few fouls before they got booked. It was just a joke, but anyway, that's another story. And then second half, we make two changes. Click comes on, Rodrigo comes on, and Harrison and Struijk go off. Should have been Llorente for me. But hey ho. Click, again, he tried, but wasn't great again. He's just not cut out at this level anymore for me, Click. Same with Roberts. I know he didn't play, but same with Roberts. Luke Ayling seems like he's flagging as well at the minute. I just don't know what to make of this team, and in the ground, it's very... You know, usually when Leeds lose, it's kind of easier to deal with, I think, when you're at the game, you know, because of the chanting and you just get into it and it's, you know... But today wasn't like that. It was the first time under Bielsa's tenure that I've been to a game where we booed them at half-time. That wasn't nice. But again, I can understand the fans' frustrations. We're paying customers. We want to come and... You know, I'm not saying we have to win every single game, but at least show more fight than that. The heads just looked like they went after the first goal. Same at Anfield on Wednesday as well. No fight, no desire, no grit, determination, nothing. The heads just went after the first two goals, I'd say. Which I can understand why the confidence is rock bottom. Getting hammered week in, week out ain't fun. It ain't fun for them. It ain't fun for the fans. We did a bit better second half. Created a few chances. Stuart Dallas is going to have nightmares tonight about that opportunity that he missed. Again, I'm not saying it would have changed anything. It might have made the scoreline just look a bit more respectable if we'd have pulled that goal. He rounds Lloris. All he has to do is just get a bit closer to goal, set up the shot and just shoot, and it'd have gone in. But he waits until one, there's a man on the line, and two, until defenders come in. And to be fair, I've watched it back and he takes a heavy touch right at the last minute, which just brings it more out of his feet. And at that point, you're just thinking, that just sums it up. That just sums everything up at the minute. But, and then Rafinha hits the crossbar in added time as well, which you think, yeah, that sums it up as well. But at the minute, guys, I don't know what to think. Obviously, the big news that has come out since the game is that Marcelo Bielsa's future looks like it's in huge jeopardy. Already lining up Jesse Marsch to replace him if the decision is made. It's looking highly likely that Bielsa is going to lose his job. I mean, I know I said I'd maybe welcome change at the end of the season, but to do it now, again, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of it. It's risky either way, because if we keep him and we think, right, we'll stay loyal till the end of the season, it could just continue to be like this, because his philosophy, his tactics, his adaptation is not going to change. Yes, you could argue if we had the spine of our team, Cooper, Bamford, Phillips in there, would it be any better? But if you remember at the start of the season, they were all playing and it still wasn't what we would want. So who knows what would happen if they'd have been in the team more consistently. But then if we do sack him, and whether it's Jesse Marsh or whoever they get to come in comes in, we've got some generous fixtures coming up. You know, we've got the likes of Norwich, Watford, Southampton, even Leicester next week. You know, Leicester are in great form. But we've got Phillips and Bamford to come back. Is a new manager going to be able to come in, perhaps change the philosophy and get something out of these players in a way that Bielsa can't in order to keep us up? I really don't know. I've seen fans on Twitter since the news broke, some saying it's suicidal for us to sack him, others saying maybe it's time to go. I'm completely in the middle at the minute. Again, it's risky either way. We could either keep him and risk just being like this and definitely going down, or we could make a change and potentially get better results and stay up. But the likelihood of that happening, who knows? One thing's for sure though, if this is the end of Marcelo Bielsa's reign at Leeds United, can't thank him enough for everything that he's done for my football club, our football club. I've seen some of the best football that I've ever seen Leeds United play down at Ellen Road in the last 4 years. And I'm just gutted for him if this is the end and this is the way it has to end. Gutted, absolutely gutted. One thing I will say though is that if we're going to make a change, it's probably best to do it now, because for me, if he's in charge against Leicester, you might as well just keep him till the end of the season and hope for the best. But again, I keep flip-flopping. Is it a good idea? Is it not? I'm not sure. I think I won't know 100% how I feel about it until it's confirmed and it's happened. But it does look very likely that he's going to lose his job, and I'm just gutted for him. That don't think his legacy will ever be tarnished. He's always going to be adored and loved by the fan base and everything he's done for us. But for him to go out like this is just not the end that I would have ever envisioned for Marcelo. But yeah, only time will tell. We might find out tonight, we might find out tomorrow, one day this week, who knows. But if it does happen, stay calm, stay positive. We've got to get behind these players, whether they're managed by Bielsa or someone else. And fingers crossed, we do enough to stay in this division. So yeah, that's all I can say at the minute, guys. I'm still pretty annoyed. I'm just pretty down at the minute about all things Leeds. Don't know what to make of the situation in terms of the results. I don't know what to make of the Bielsa situation. I'm just very numb at the minute, but hopefully we can get clarity on it over the next few days, and whatever happens, we can push on against Leicester next week. So if you've enjoyed this one, smash that like button. Please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in my next upload, people. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you in a bit.